All right, welcome to Talking Podcast. Today we have a special game for you. The Minnesota Twins take on the St. Louis Cardinals. This is the sixth game of the 10-game home stretch for St. Louis, and this has been an entertaining one, of course, with the trade deadline yesterday, and of course those dealings of Paul DeJong and Jack Flaherty right around the trade deadline, and then Jordan Montgomery and then Jordan Hicks on Sunday. That was a good day for us. We also won that game against Chicago to avoid being swept. We are here on Talking Podcasts. Alrighty, so we have an entertaining game today. It is game 2, the middle game of a 3-game series against Minnesota. And our starting pitchers tonight will be Dakota Hudson. This was supposed to be Jack Flaherty's start until he was traded yesterday for some minor leaguers. Today on the show, we will go over our preview and starting lineups of today's game. And of course, we have the recap of yesterday's game. I'll be going ahead and screen sharing the highlight video, and it'll be posted on YouTube. Of course, as I can do that here on the channel. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the preview for today's game. And the starting pitchers, of course, will be Joe Ryan for the Twins and Dakota Hudson for the Cardinals. Now let's take a look at more of a deep dive into the stats of each player. Of course, you have Joe Ryan, who is 9-7 on the year with a 4.06 ERA and a 1.09 WHIP. He has pitched in more innings, of course, than Hudson. And 122 innings, he has 148 strikeouts. He has allowed a lot of home runs, though. He's allowed a total of 21 home runs. That is a big deal to be a pitcher. You do not want to be allowing home runs, or else you will be allowing runs, to be exact. Now, Dakota Hudson, per se, he's only pitched 19 1/3 innings so far this season. Now, he is 1-0 on the year with a 4.19 ERA, and his WHIP is pretty high it's 1.6. And he has allowed 1 home run in that 19 innings he's pitched, along with 13 strikeouts to 7 walks. So his command is not that great so far this season, but it's the best we can do here. So anyway, moving on, the matchup predictor, it is pretty even according to the ESPN analytics, as the Twins have a 49.4% chance to win it, while the Cardinals have a 50.6% chance. Now, this is a battle of the last place team in the NL Central and the first place team in the American League Central. The Minnesota Twins are 2 games above 500 at 55-53. They lead the AL Central, while the Cardinals are about 8 games back from the Twins at 47-61. They are 5th place in the National League Central. Now, this season, the American League Central, of course, is always not very good. They're not playoff contending teams. Not one of them. The White Sox, of course, are selling all their players. And then you have teams like the Twins, who are only 2 games above 500, leading. Of course, the Royals are doing whatever they usually do. They're usually not that great, and that's the case so far this season. The NL Central, on the other hand, we have the Reds, who are going red hot, and you have one player to account for that, Elly De La Cruz. He is sensational. He has topped infield throwing miles per hour twice. The last time was he beat his own record, and this is just a crazy player. Oneil Cruz has the potential to become one of the best players in Major League Baseball. And he became one of the first players in about 100 years to steal all 3 bases. He stole home. He stole second. He stole third. He stole home. Stole all 3 bases. And that's just insane. That is just insane. So today's game will be at 6:45 Central Time in St. Louis. The Cardinals have a losing record while at home. They are 23-30, and the Cardinals have a pretty high attendance. They are towards the top in attendance. They are third. They have played 53 total games at home so far this year, and they have a total of 2,190,754 attendance. That's an average of 41,334, while they one of the worst records and last place in the National League Central. The fans still come. You can see we are dedicated. Our fans are dedicated here, and who knows? Who knows what happens today? All right, so the Twins, of course, take a look at the starting lineups. The Minnesota Twins starting lineup in their career. I'll be taking a look at their career versus Hudson, and then what they've been doing on the year. Now, the Minnesota Twins lineup, Carlos Correa leads it off at shortstop. He is 0 for 2 against Dakota with 1 strikeout, so that's decent. Let's hope he goes 0 for 5 against him today and a no-hitter. Next up, we have there's only 4 players in the starting lineup that have faced Dakota Hudson before. And the next one will be Kyle Farmer, who is playing third base. He is 3 for 12 with 2 RBIs, batting .250 against Hudson. And then Joey Gallo, of course, is hitting 1 for 3 with no home runs and no RBIs. .333 is what he's batting. And then finally, we have Michael A. Taylor, who is 3 for 7 with a home run, 2 RBIs, and he struck out 2 times. So he has a batting average of .429. So that's a pretty good job for Michael A. Taylor. He's in the starting lineup tonight. And let's take a look at their season so far this year. Leading off, of course, what I said was shortstop Carlos Correa. He is batting .226 on the year currently with 12 home runs and 45 RBIs. He has not stolen a base. Next up, we have Huyen, who is playing DH. He is batting .293 with 10 home runs and 18 RBIs. And then Jorge Polanco, who is batting .243 with 5 home runs and 19 RBIs. He has also stole a base. Max Kepler is batting .232. He is playing batting fourth, playing right field. He has hit 15 home runs with 39 RBIs. Next up, batting fifth, playing third base, Kyle Farmer. He is batting .258 with 6 home runs and at 24 RBIs with a stolen base. Now, Wallner is playing left field and batting sixth. Is batting .262. He has only had 65 plate appearances so far this year. He has 5 home runs with 9 RBIs and a stolen base. Christian Vasquez is batting .224 with 3 home runs and 24 RBIs, 48 for .214. And then batting eighth, playing first base, Joey Gallo. He is batting .177 with 17 home runs and 32. Sorry about that. RBIs. And then, of course, batting, closing it off in the ninth spot, Michael A. Taylor, playing center field. He is currently batting .220 with 12 home runs and 30 RBIs. He has also stolen 11 bases. All right, so let's take a look at the St. Louis Cardinals starting lineup. Today, we are about an hour away from opening pitch, the first pitch. Let's take a look at the St. Louis lineup against Joe Ryan. They have not faced none of them have faced Joe Ryan in their careers. So let's take a look at their season here. Lars Nootbaar leads it off in the first spot, playing center field. He is batting .276 with 10 home runs and 34 RBIs and 7 stolen bases. And then, of course, Paul Goldschmidt in his usual second spot, batting .280 with 18 home runs and 56 RBIs. He has stolen 9 bases. Nolan Gorman batting third, playing second base. He is batting .241 with 22 home runs and 65 RBIs. Nolan Arenado playing third base, batting fourth. He is batting .279 with 22 home runs and 78 RBIs. Wilson Contreras batting fifth. He is batting .246 with 11 home runs and 40 RBIs. Tyler O'Neill batting .254 in the 6th spot, playing left field. 3 home runs and 11 RBIs on the year. He has only had 130 plate appearances this season. Alec Burleson, who is batting 8th at DH. He is batting .238 with 6 home runs and 21 RBIs. Batting 8th, playing right field, the rookie Jordan Walker, who is batting .265 with 9 home runs and 28 RBIs on the year. And then, of course, Tommy Edman, batting .235 with 7 home runs and 29 RBIs. Now, the trade deadline has happened, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But before, I'll take a look at the batting leaders for both of these teams. Home run leaders, we have Arenado and Gorman both tied for first with 22 home runs. Brian Buxton is first for the Twins with 17 home runs. And then we get to the batting average. Carlos Correa is batting .326 on the year for the Minnesota Twins. Now, this is an interesting matchup. Here, I don't... So the Minnesota Twins and the Cardinals have this is their second meeting of the year after last night. Carlos Correa leads the Twins in RBIs and batting average with a .226. Donovan leads with a .281, and Arenado leads with RBIs with a 78 RBI season so far. Now let's take a look at the injury report. This is going to be the Cardinals have a few players listed on here, and let's go ahead and look at the injury status of both of these teams. All right, we'll be back after the break on Talking Sports. All right, welcome back here, and let's take a look at the injury report. Today's video is on Talking Podcasts. Welcome back here today with the Minnesota Twins taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. And yesterday, I want to take a look at the recap from yesterday's game. This was a good game for the Cardinals, but in and out, just finishing a little bit short to the Twins. This was a decent decent game after we lose, and because we traded him away, Jack Flaherty, Paulie Young, Jordan Hicks, and Jordan Montgomery. This was a huge deadline. 3 pitchers traded away, an infielder traded away to the Blue Jays. We ended up trading 3 total guys to the Blue Jays in total in Jordan Hicks, in Jordan Hicks, in Genesis Cabrera, and then, of course, and Paulie Young. And everyone's forgetting about Genesis Cabrera. He was on the Cardinals, and he got traded to the Toronto Blue Jays when we DFA'd him. But anyway, let's get started on the recap from the Minnesota Twins and St. Louis Cardinals recap. I will be screen sharing the MLB highlights from their YouTube channel, as this is a huge game to watch. And let's take a look at the stat line before. So our starting pitcher had a decent game. He just didn't have any run support along with him. And, of course, that is going to be Miles Mikolas. He ended up starting the game at 6-6 heading into it. He ended up pitching 7 innings today, allowing 6 hits, allowing 2 earned runs, having 7 strikeouts to 1 walk, which is a pretty good job for Miles Mikolas. And then you had Pablo Lopez, who kind of owns the St. Louis Cardinals. He pitched 6 innings. He allowed 4 hits, allowed 1 earned run with 5 strikeouts, having no walks. This dude just came out on Xbox mode, only allowed a run, and 3-2. Twins win this game. I mean, Pablo Lopez is now 6-6. He was 5-6 heading into this game, and he's now at even 500. And then, of course, you have the filthy flamethrower Ohan Duran getting this 8-team save with an inning, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts. Cardinals just came short, having a run in the 9th, just not capitalizing on any more runs. So there was an error in this game. St. Louis got it. And the final stat line, Carlos Correa went 0-4. Hillian went 0-3. Kyle Farmer went 0-1 in relief, as Matt Kepler went 1-4. Buxton went 1-4. Polanco went 1-4. Wallner went 1-3. I mean, Jeffers went 1-3. Joey Gallo went 0-2. And then Taylor went 1-3 as well. I'm trying to mute that. All right. Those stupid commercials. Anyway, all right. The Twins as a team only allowed 7 hits, 2 earned runs, walk, 8 strikeouts, and allowed a home run. I mean, this was a pretty good game for the Twins on the pitching mound. So yeah, good game here. And I think the Twins have a chance to win this game. But Dakota Hudson, he is not that great of a pitcher. So I think this could be a blowout for the Twins today. The Cardinals have basically just given up on this season after trading away their 4 of their pitchers after Chris Stratton, Montgomery, Hicks, and Flaherty have been traded away, and then trading away a shortstop. But it's leading the way for the star of the future. Shortstop Mason Wynn is currently in AAA, but he has been rolling down there, and he looks like he'll be brought up here soon to the major leagues. Mason Wynn will be an all-star here in the Major League Baseball soon. He will be soon. Now, I'm going to take a look at his stats so far in the minor leagues. He was drafted back in 2020. It's not taken him long to be in the talks of being brought up into the Major League Baseball. He was in Double-A after last year, played for spring training. He impressed in spring training and was brought up to Memphis, the Triple-A Memphis. This, I think this is a huge step for Mason Wynn. After playing in spring training, it really helps the players to be brought up to the high levels of the minor league system. All right, so far this year in AAA, he has played in 96 games. He is currently batting 281 with 16 home runs, 56 RBIs. Having a good season. 6 triples, 14 doubles, 189 total bases. This dude can do it. He also reached about 97 miles. He reached 99 miles per hour in the last year All-Star Features game. And this dude can bring the heat from shortstop. All right. All right, moving on to the injury status. Byron Buxton is day-to-day, but after going day-to-day, it doesn't really. I mean, he played yesterday, so I won't expect him to be out today. And I think he was on the lineup. For today's game. So I think, yeah, he was on the lineup from what I remember. Alex Kirilloff is on the 10-day IL. Put on it on July 30th. Royce Lewis is on the IL as well, 10-day IL. Jose De Leon will be out for the season. Jose Miranda received a plasma injection. He will. He is on the 10-day IL since July 16th. Chris Paddock has been on the 60 IL. I think he threw a bullpen session recently. And then Tyler Mahle he underwent Tommy John surgery in May, so he'll be out for the season. And yeah, that's the injury report for the Twins. Now we also have the Cardinals. The Cardinals have had some names on the IL. Ryan Helsley, of course, is in the minors. He's in AAA, and he got put on the 60-day IL down there. He faced batters in live batting practice. So hopefully that's better there. Brendan Donovan got season-ending injury, and he'll be out for the season. He'll be ready for spring training next year. Jake Woodford was put on the 15-day IL. He's slated to throw a bullpen session this Saturday. Packy Naughton underwent surgery to repair a flexor tendon. He is out for the year. Hunter Herpy on elite system. He was placed on high A injured list. So, yeah, that's our injury report for the St. Louis Cardinals. And that will be the total for the Cardinals. This injury report. Now, I think I lost my camera. Let me go ahead and go on break here so I can go ahead and get that ready and set that up.